The five effective way to beat the competition in the market. There are several strategies involved that you should follow using to ensure you stay ahead of your competitions. The competition in the industry is everywhere. We can find in every industry, every sector, every business. To become a successful businessman, you need to find a way to stay a step ahead of others, of your competition. To survive in this competitive market, to create the blue ocean strategy, to implement the blue ocean strategy, to stay in the blue ocean market, you have to be a very inside view of how to beat those competition in the market. Doing so, it's often easier said than it's actually done by individual. And there is no simple answer to how to beat the competition. There is many steps, many processes is there for a competition reducing strategy used to reduce the competition, the collusive strategy that differ from the strategic partnership. In that strategy, often an illegal cooperative strategy. Explicit collusion and those tactical mismatch, that are two types of collusion strategies that involve to beat those competition in the market, to stay ahead from others. The competition exists in every market, and the smarter companies nullify the effect of those competitors in order to increase the market share. They are increase the presence in their industries. They increase their effect in the industry, that consumers, all the peoples are bound to attach with their product, with their services, that they are involved a lot than others. One likely way to beat the competition is to address the need of your shared target audience, the problem solving product the demand has created in the market, to solve that particular issues and attracts the target audience. The need, the purpose can be solved and better than other competitors can actually able to make. And then those questions to find exactly what your customers want while using your product or services. That's the important parameter. A certain question that identify the pinpoint may be especially very much effective. The best way to ask the customer these questions, that what the company's biggest obstacles to growth, to expand their presence in the market, in the industry, to gain those market share in that particular sector. What is the biggest personal obstacle, if any is there? What matters the most to the supervisor? What are the complaints that arises? What the customer grievance? That the issues are created for the company's sake of development, sake of growth, and what might account for any recent business or customer losses or any other adverse effect has generated, and which tasks occupy most of the time involved in this particular industry. These are the pinpoint that customer is, this is needed for a company to do solve this issue, to handle those issues and try to resolve those problems that create a huge amount of positive response. That can be a very useful and very helpful for the customer to gain those market share, to grow, penetrate their business empire. And once you have a clear picture of those issues, the next step is to ascertain who at their company can solve this pinpoint and who is authorized to purchase your product and services. The individuals is not always the same person who can solve the pinpoint. Actually, there is a large entity, can be a corporate entity, a big group of people or customers that are involved, that can contribute, that makes a difference in your company's growth, your future, and company's future. That's the main issue. Then it's important to focus that your effort to trying to provide the solution to the customer's issues, not just trying to sell them your product and services. Take as much time, whether that involves several phone calls, weeks or months of email follow-up, customer feedback, response, their opinion, how to improve those services or how to develop those products in a better way that can be beat. The other competitors and take those edge, those advantages to sustain in the market, to gain
Probability
those
of reaching a
in the market.
target. Probability of reaching a target. Probability of reaching a target. Acquisition on target. Acquisition on target. Acquisition
Find a
on
niche in the
target.
market via the storytelling or specialization or some expertise area that when you build a niche, you come much closer to achieving this ultimate goal. That because the crowded marketing has far less room for the expansion. That's the important parameter. It's a very useful fact that the crowded marketplace has a very less room for the expansion. To compete in a crowded market, you need a unique selling proposition, a unique particular proposition for a product or the services. The more unique it is, the less room for competition there would be in future. The storytelling is a great way to build your niche by crafting stories around the product. Though the use of stories, you can become a part of your prospect lifestyle and not remain the standalone product or the service. Specialization leads to a scalable and successful business entity. This niche market is reliable and the prospects are easier to target. Moreover, the customer retention rate is good in this case. It is a satisfying parameter. You can say that it is that something you have to cheer about it and start targeting the locally relevant platform where your target customers are and adopt a niche marketing strategy for them. We have covered how to create those marketing plans, have included the examples to apply to your own business. Similar to identifying and solving those pain points, developing a niche via the storytelling and specialization can take a long-term effect. Take those several weeks to devise your story and regularly turn this story into content such as a blog post or email marketing companies. Specialization can also be a long-term process and it can involve the gradually scaling back those products and services that no longer fit to your niche. One of the important and easiest way to set those competitive pricing and beat your competition is to offer more affordable pricing. To determine the ideal price point, you need a clear picture of what your competition's goods and services are priced at. The research which competitors offer the best values, you need to determine if what you are offering brings more value to the table or thus should be priced higher. And if beating your competition is your primary pricing concern, offer a competition-based pricing strategy. There's also a best pricing strategy is not always about lowering your prices. Since the market is segmented by lower, middle, or upper tier customers, you need to figure out which group is your actual audience and who can bear your product, or even bear your cost of the product or services that can be affordable or not. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.